Things are getting so bad, I had to read Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. Things are getting so bad, I had to recite that thing. I'm a woman, phenomenally phenomenal woman. That's me. Like, y'all are not about to play me like this.
I'm at a point on my journey where I am making decisions for my happiness that don't make sense to anybody else around me.
The job market right now, literal trash, because how did I apply to like 50 different jobs? Didn't hear one thing from any of them. Crickets. No interview, no moving on to the next steps. I'm like, am I really that horrible? I don't know what's going on. I mean, at this point, it's literally exhausting. I don't know what to do. I mean, in the meantime, I'm just filing class action lawsuits on the Claim app. I've gotten some money from that just to keep me going. But America, we need to get it together. Why can I not just get a simple job?
Can someone explain to me how I have 4 degrees and still can't get a job? BA in communication, BA in Spanish, BFA in dance. Get ready for this one. Master's degree in freaking journalism. Mind you, I've gotten laid off not once, not twice, but 3 times in the span of 2 years. So if you're feeling behind, just know you're not alone. Basically, we're all cooked.
The other day I saw a video about how college graduates can't find jobs at McDonald's and Wendy's and other minimum wage places. And the reason why college graduates are struggling to find jobs at these places is because they're using resumes full of their degrees and like high scale accomplishments and stuff. And it's like, you do not need those things to get a job at a minimum wage place. And also, like, they are submitting information about the fact that they graduated college and got a degree. Do not let them know that you have a degree and that you graduated college or whatever. Especially don't let them know if you have a master's. Like, they're not going to want to hire somebody that they feel is better than them for several different reasons. So just don't say anything about having a degree. Just keep that information out of the application. Don't submit a resume with that information. Make another resume suited specifically for minimum wage jobs. If you have some history working at, I don't know, Wendy's or McDonald's or Bojangles, put that there, but don't put any of the like stuff you've been doing recently that might have more prestige to it. Just leave all that stuff out. Leave out your degrees. If they even ask for a resume, because a lot of these places don't even really require a resume. But in your in the education section of your application, do not put anything about any degrees. Just leave that stuff out, because if you put stuff, your prestige and your job history and in your education history, then they're gonna like not want to hire you. Yep, that's my pro tip. Thank you.
So I just realized something. The job market is shitty, and I'm going to explain why. I'll say 3 or 4 years ago, you put in a job application, at least five job applications. 3 of those will call you back, do an interview, and 2 of those will offer you a position. Now, in the year of 2025, I'm going to be transparent with you. I'm trying to look for a position that offers more responsibilities, higher pay, right? So within the last 2 to 3 months, I have put in at least 60 job applications. And out of those 60 job applications, I have received 2 callbacks. And out of those 2 callbacks, I have had 2 phone screenings and nothing else. What are the accolades that I have under my belt for?
Being unemployed while your friends are employed and flourishing can do something to your mental. It really can. I have been unemployed for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in October. I have an associate's degree in science, a bachelor's degree in communication and technology, and a master's in business, and I am unemployed. it sucks so hard to tell my friends sometimes, or a lot of the times, that no, I can't go, or I wish I could but I can't. It sucks really bad. But I'm thankful for the friends that I do have, because they still find a way to try to include me in things. And I am almost 30, and so a lot of what I deal with mentally is me just trying to tell myself that it's going to be okay, and this is all temporary, and my timeline is mine. Waking up every day and trying to tell myself my timeline is mine, my timeline is mine. Yeah, it's all positive and stuff like that, but sometimes I'm in my head about it too. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, timeline, when you gonna line up with what I was thinking? And so yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. And then not only just seeing other people do the things that I thought I would be doing at this time, but then when people ask me about, okay, well, what are you doing? Like, my best. I'm doing my best. At the end of the day, though, I am glad that I started choosing to get up every morning and be a gorgeous girl. Like, it's all that I can do. It's what's in my control. That's what I do. I get up and I look good every day. I look like I'm going somewhere every single day, because I know that one day I'm gonna need to have a routine, so I'm glad that I already have one. I know that one day all of this is going to be a thing of the past, and I'm gonna laugh at it. I know that one day when I get invited somewhere, I'm gonna be able to go. I know that one day I'm not gonna be invited somewhere. I'm gonna be the one doing the inviting. So I'm already acting as if it's already happening. Like, I'm already acting like it's already together and everything is already okay. And it's difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes, a lot of the times, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel something. Like, if it's not sad, sometimes I'm angry. I feel it, but I don't let it consume me. I feel my feelings and I keep going, because I'm a gorgeous girl. I have life, I have love, and I've experienced so many things up until this point that I know, because I've experienced them, I'm going to experience them again. Life happens in cycles, and it's okay. This is just my cycle. This is like the point where, like, this is happening. This is going on, and it's gonna be okay. So I am so optimistic, and I feel so good, and I'm just so thankful to be in this space to where it is what it is, babe. What do you do? Look good. That's what I do.
You know things are bad in this job market when you can't even get a job at McDonald's. You know things are bad in this job market when you can't even get a job at McDonald's. I saw this guy's video the other day, and he talked about how he went and applied for a job. He thought that the job market was bad. When we said the job market was bad for 2025, he thought we were just talking about 6-figure jobs. He said he went and applied for a job at McDonald's, and they denied him. He got rejected from McDonald's because he didn't have enough experience. And he has a bachelor's degree. You might as well hang it up. If you can't even get hired at McDonald's, you might as well just let shit go. You might as well just, I don't know. You might just become a goddamn homeless person now. You might just become homeless, because what else can you do now? You can't work at McDonald's? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, this job market is crazy.
It's not that jobs aren't available. They want you to go to the military. They want you to join the police department. They want you to apply for ICE. The whole goal is to push people to the point of desperation, that you will do just about anything outside of revolting to pay your bills and protect your livelihood. And because it's been proven time after time again through research that wherever you find poverty, you find crime, people are going to be pushed into poverty. A ton of people have already been removed from social services, not being able to buy food. Rapid rehousing and emergency rental assistance programs have been stripped. People can't afford to pay their rent. They're going to be evicted. Where are they going to go? And when you have a ton of people desperate to try to figure it out, they're not going to go after the people at the top making all these decisions, stripping them of their most basic human rights and necessities to living. They go after each other.
From somebody that has 5 degrees and has been searching for almost a year and still hasn't gotten a job, take this advice. Stop getting the degrees. They don't mean crap. If your profession doesn't require you to have a degree, don't go get one. Literally, they don't mean nothing. They want you to have experience. They don't care about these degrees. Matter of fact, go get you a trade. If you're going to go to school, get you a hard skill, a trade. Learn how to work on cars, hair, plumbing, electricity. Get you a hard skill, bro. Get you a hard skill that ain't never gonna go outside, that AI ain't never gonna take. Learn how to do jiu-jitsu, something. Get you a hard skill, cabinet making, something.
Can we normalize not hating on each other's majors? Like, yes, my degree was in economics, and no, I'm not unemployed because of that. Like, more times than not, people don't even go into the same field as their major, and a lot of the times you learn on the job. Like, I've worked in tech, I've worked in banking, and I feel like my degree was pretty versatile. Like, instead of dragging someone's major, let's focus on the real issue, which is this trash job market.
Like, being in your 20s now, we are so different from the 20s that our parents were experiencing and our grandparents, because, you know, the economy and things are so different. And I was saying how it's because they had way more capital. They could do a lot more with $40,000 a year. Whereas like now, $40,000 a year, girl, where you living? You're living in a shoebox. And I think like a prime example of this, obviously there's so many people who experience this, is like, I have a master's degree. A master's degree I got at 22, and I can't use it because the jobs that are set for this master's degree are being defunded. Public health care. Big shock. I wonder why that's being defunded. What's ironic about it is like education is used as this tool to gain more capital, to move up socially and economically and in class, right? In the past, it has been, you know, if you get a PhD, a master's, and a college degree, you are typically at a standing point that's better than someone who's not in those education brackets, right? Whereas like now, they're blockading education because everything costs so much money. You have crippling student loan debt, and then you can't get a job to pay off that student loan debt. And so I think it's more than just, oh, your parents had more capital. Your parents were able to do a lot with a college degree. It's even the degrees you have now are not useless. I'm not going to say don't get your education. I don't regret getting my master's, but they don't even offer or create spaces for that, because everything is like, oh, well, I want 70 hours of experience in this specific thing. Meanwhile, okay, but I did my master's degree and I have 100 plus, God knows 200 plus hours within this realm, but you don't take that because it's not work experience, because I was getting an education and I wasn't working. Does that make sense?
So day after day, I log on to this app and I see so many college students struggling to get a job. And let me tell you why I think that is. I didn't take the traditional route and finish college before I got into the workforce. I actually got my first full-time job and promotion while in the middle of college. When I got out of high school, I went to a community college and I started to work at like doing work study, did some call center work, but it wasn't until I got to a school where I was working in education where I got to meet people with degrees, and like not just a degree, multiple degrees, and they gave me insights on their career paths. My principal at the time, she told me something that stuck with me to this day. She said the reason why a lot of people are not getting jobs and they just got out of college is because employers are prioritizing skill sets and experience over degrees. The reason being is because a degree communicates that you can withstand something, that you can endure something, that you can go through a program and finish. Great. But that does not communicate or guarantee that you have the necessary skills, the work ethic, the organization skills, just the experience overall. And employers want that skill versus experience, because one thing that all these people who I met in that career path who have multiple degrees said, that nothing in school prepares you for the job that you're going to work after you finish school. I've seen so many people who got the degree but who do not have the work ethic, who don't have the skill set, so they get that job and then they fumble it because they just weren't taught how to handle a proper job. I'm so thankful. At the same time, I wish I did finish, because I had like one semester left and my funding got cut, which I just got back in school. So I'm really, really happy. I start in the fall. To have the experience and the skill sets and the degree, that's a double whammy. Well, I always like encourage, like if you're in college, do internships, do work studies, so you can have some type of skill set. So when you get out of school, you're just not like, I have a degree, hire me, because that means nothing. Unfortunately, this is wrong. I just want to let you know that this is not okay, because this is the path that millennials and Gen Z were told to take, and that this would secure them a financially stable future
they'd be okay. Their kids will be okay. And that's not what's happening. And that's why there's so much frustration. Let me just emphasize that. This is not okay. Add some razzle dazzle on it to really like piss me off is y'all are sitting up giving people who have master's degrees entry-level jobs with some minimum wage. Like, what is $15 an hour? Like, I wouldn't even accept that, and I don't even have a degree. Like, what? And how I've been finessing it is like, I don't have the degree, but I have so many college credits. Like, if I wanted to like cash those in to get a degree, if that was able to do so, I would definitely do it. So I've been like spinning it off. Like, unfortunately, the work system takes a little like finessing. You have all these college graduates, all these alumni, and now what? Unless you know someone or a friend of a friend and know networking, which brings up my next point. I only got in my school because of who my mother knew. This world is built on who you know. You can do the, proper way, the traditional way, go to school, get your credentials, and then what? And then what? And I feel so bad. I also feel lucky that I had the mind to get in the workforce so early. So now that I'm 29 years old, I can, spend my skills how I want to. But it's actually insane.
I've graduated from my master's degree in May, and I've been unemployed ever since. It's been tough. Morale is low. I live alone, so it's lonely. So I wanted to do something to make me feel better. So welcome to episode 1 of the Unemployment Diaries. I have an agenda for today, which I will share with you guys. So this is in no particular order. Today is Monday, 6th of October. Woke up at 7:45 a.m. Got out of bed at 10 a.m. Like I said, down bad. So I already had my daily O and I already called my bestie. I checked those off my list. Breakfast is actually lunch, but breakfast, I'm having pancakes, which I have in front of me. So this is my breakfast. It's homemade banana pancakes that I made. These are like blueberries, blackberries, and figs. And then some peanut butter and jam and some syrup. I need to clean and wash my car because it's dirty. Need to file a police report because someone stole some money from me. Need to get my brows done and my nails. Need to get my nails done. Need to make some TikToks because I just like making videos. Go to the library, continue my job interview prep, and then microdose Fortnite. I don't think I'm going to get everything done today because it's already 1 p.m. But I'm going to take you guys along with me. I just finished filing my police report and that took a lot longer than I thought. And I forgot to have Pilates today at 6:30. Now I'm going to wash my car. So come with me whilst I do that. So I'm in my car right now. I just cleared up a bunch of trash that was around my car. All of it's in here. Once I do that, I'm going to go to the car wash now. Then after that, I do need to get some gas. I'm very low. This is my first time ever in a car wash. I've never been in a car wash. Hey, and it's a very surreal experience. What's going on here?
My car is so dirty.
Got gas. Now I need to do my brows. Didn't do my nails because I didn't really have enough time to do that. But these are my brows. It's like, I don't know. My brows are always so... Anyway. I already microdosed on my Fortnite. I played a few games and I'm having some dinner. Not as aesthetically pleasing as my breakfast / lunch, but chicken, avocado, sweet potatoes. I'm gonna eat this and then I'm going to go to my Pilates class. So I'm back home from Pilates. I took a shower. I washed my dishes. Let's take a look at my list. So I basically did everything except get my nails done and I didn't go to the library. And I have my job interview tomorrow, so I'm going to try and sleep early. But before I do, a little late night reflections. I have been crying. Yes, I have been crying. My period is coming. I can feel it, like I am getting these PMS cramps and stuff. And I think it just also magnifies everything I've been feeling. I just got like another job rejection today. I just think why I'm upset is I thought things would be more together with myself by now. I feel like the things I'm putting effort in keep like running away, or I don't want to say the word rejecting me. Every rejection is a redirection. I just feel that I should know more answers now, and I don't. Like I should know more things about myself, what I want to do, who I want to be, but I really don't. I really envy and admire people who have a sense of self to them, who know what they want to do with their lives, who know what drives them in their career. I think I just feel empty a lot of the times. Like I've been distracting myself a lot just to not, think about stuff. Like I've been using social media, screen time in general. I'll be okay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in day 2 or day whenever I post next.
I would give the pain a 10. A lot of people do tell you it's not that bad and things like that, but me personally, it hurt it really, 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 really bad.
Y'all, I was supposed to go to Target. I don't know how I ended up here.
So I posted this on Threads and got a lot of feedback, but basically I posted that the economy is bad when nurses are having a hard time finding jobs in 2025, and specifically new grad nurses. And there was a lot of feedback on Threads, but someone please enlighten me why it's hard for new grad nurses to find a job in 2025. When I graduated with my RN in 2021, I got a job right out of nursing school. Like, I had a job before I even passed my boards, and it was my first choice. And I got that job before I even passed my boards. I graduated nursing school with my RN in 2021, started that job early 2022. Now, granted, I was an LPN for a couple years before I was an RN, but I only worked in SNFs and like long-term care facilities. I did not have hospital experience, so I don't want to say that's the reason why I got a job right out of nursing school. I really think maybe it's the economy, but I don't know, I could be wrong. When I got hired right out of nursing school, that was for a cardiac unit. I thought that that's what I wanted to do. In 2023, I switched specialties and I now work in labor and delivery. And even that job I got after my first interview. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't hard for me to get that job. That was in 2023. No labor and delivery experience. They had a labor and delivery training program. So I don't know if I just caught that at a good time and I caught that when they started doing that training. And I know that jobs are very dependent on location, but I live in Florida. Like, jobs are scarce here. So, and I got a job right out of nursing school and switched specialties and got a job, you know? So I'm just curious, like, what is going on in 2025? Is it the economy and I know that it could be several factors, but I'm really just curious.
Having a degree in 2025 is worthless. So I'm gonna say it's worthless. It depends on what degree you go for, but majority of those degrees are worthless. I have a bachelor's degree in sociology. I got my bachelor's degree back in 2020. The job market wasn't that bad, and I worked as a case manager for a year, and then I got laid off, couldn't find a job. Then I got my master's in health information. Before I got my master's degree, I did my research. I followed a group on Facebook and with people with similar degrees, people with their associate in health information. And initially, I remember before I got my bachelor's degree in sociology, working in health information, having my degree in health information was always something I wanted to do. Like, it was always like a backup plan. Like, I wanted to do that, right? And then, so I thought getting my master's degree in health information would be perfect because I was always interested in that. And I knew someone who had their bachelor's degree in health information. So I thought, okay, you know what? I talked to her before, and I talked to she's my friend. I talked to her and she was like, you know what? Yeah, go for it. And then I followed this group on Facebook. It was, I forgot the name of the group, but it's a registered health information tech. So once you have that, you're gonna be able to find a job. And I was following this group on Facebook, people who had, that degree. They started working a lot of them started working as a billing revenue cycle. I wanted to do revenue cycle too. I didn't mind starting off entry level. I didn't mind starting off as a billing tech or revenue cycle. But once I graduated, before I graduated, I was already doing my research, looking up jobs on Indeed, and the group I was following were also just giving great ideas, opinions, what you should do, what jobs they are working. So a lot of people were like, I was able to work my way up, and now I'm a manager because of this degree. Like, I was like, oh my God, yeah, I should have done that a long time ago. And then a lot of them were working from home too. A lot of them were working from home, and I'm like, oh my God, that's perfect, because not only I worked from home before, and it's not like you have to be on the phone, because it's not like it's a customer service job, because you're doing a lot of billing and doing a lot of computer work. You're not really on the phone unless you probably have a meeting or something. So I thought, this is perfect. You know, this is like exactly what I want, because I'm an introvert, you know, and I just love it. I was like, you know what, this is gonna be perfect for me. This is it. And I spoke to my sister about it. My sister know like how I feel about it. My sister was like, hey, I think you should do it. You know, you've been talking about this a long time. I think you should do it. Okay. All right. I decided I was gonna do it. I told my mom I was gonna do it and got my master's in health information. And yeah, I graduated, got my master's in health information, and I could not get a job. I was willing to work entry level. Like, I didn't mind starting off entry level and work my way up, you know? But I couldn't even do that. I couldn't even work my way up. And then, so when I realized that this is gonna be hard for me to get a job, I started I started using a different resume, because I couldn't use the same resume I was using for these jobs. So I started applying for like customer service jobs and like restaurant jobs, because I've had experience working in a restaurant before. I didn't want to do that, but I had to pay my bills. So I started using like a different resume, totally removing the fact that I have a degree. Only add my high school diploma on my resume so I can get a job working in these restaurants. So it was hard, like, for me to get a job. It was so stupid, because like, oh my god, I got the degree, and then I did my research. Here, the worst part is I did my research. Like, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my research. I did my research before I got the degree. It's not like I just went and decided to get it. Yes, ultimately I wanted to get the degree in health information. I wanted to do that from, you know, a while back, but I actually did my research. I know people who actually have a degree in health information. I know people. Not only do I know people, I follow like a group and on Facebook. These people, like, they have a degree, and it was just like, oh my god, I couldn't find a job. So it was tough. What I did was, after applying, not only I did apply and got the job working at a restaurant, to be honest. Yeah, I applied and got the job working at a restaurant because I didn't have a choice, but I had to pay my bills. So after I did that, I got a certification in like a whole different field. Then I finally was able to get a job. I was able to get a job. I was able to, like, I got paid like a lot more than I was, you know, even with a degree I wouldn't get paid that much. And I am so grateful right now I'm in this situation, because it was bad. It really was. I really regretted it at first. So do your research and talk to people. I did all that too. It was messed up. But talk to people. Make sure you go for something that's gonna help your future, that's gonna make you money, where you can work your way up. You know, it's really bad out here, y'all. It's really bad. I really hope you guys just make great decisions. You know, just do your research in the future. I hope you like my video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.